You want me to tell them I'm single? It's about to be true, piece of shit. The therapist.
So then he threatened to leave her. So when she says, like, I'm going to leave you,
I'm going to leave.
he has control over, he has complete financial control over her life. From what I understand, the two-factor authentication is like controlled by his phone number. He has access to the bank accounts. What do you mean how? He was like a husband and a business manager. How do you guys not understand at this point? At first, I did not understand it. At first, I could not comprehend it either. So I'm being very charitable to people who don't get it. Because I was like, how is this even physically possible that someone can get to this point? Someone can be abused this much. And that is because we're very privileged and very fortunate people, okay? That's the truth. I am a person with a profound amount of privilege that I can't even, it's not within my realm of comprehension, okay? But that's what this is. One of the things that abusive partners do is basically put their tentacles in every part of your fucking lives. Okay? If this person has been around before she even blew up, she feels as though he knows the real her. You know what I mean? People, when they become famous, have a fear that, like, no matter who they encounter, they are going to want something from them. They're going to want not just who they are as a real human being, who they are when the cameras are off, but just what they can offer them. Here are some of the examples.
Leave you with 1 million and I'm going to take the rest because I worked harder than you. It's like, and if you don't agree, then I'm going to burn it all in court. I'm going to put it all in fucking crypto. Blah. Just always threats, always threats. All the fucking accounts are like two-factor under his number and he has all like the login information of things, you know. It's like keeps you there with the fear and the threats. And you fear that he's going to do something to your animals. And then he's nice again. And says everything's going to be okay. I'm going to leave you with 1 million.
Then there are some text messages that she had screenshotted. This shit is like, bro. This shit is like an abusive boss. But it's additionally fucked up because you're like, if this was just your boss, it would be illegal. It's criminal if this is just your boss. Right? But it's not just her boss. It's her husband and also the person that controls every aspect of her life. Think about that. Like the most deranged, psychotic behavior. Going to donate $250K to Palamacy in the next 2 minutes. $250K gone. I will donate $500K in 3 minutes. If no call in 1 minute, I will absolutely make sure Kieran goes to the meat packing house.
About to delete Twitter in 30 seconds. If you don't call me, your phone's literally off, right? I'm just like, it literally died.
The wording is like a disgruntled parasocial viewer. That's what I thought too. That's the most insane part about it. Like, I've read sequence of words like this on the internet a lot. I encounter shit like this a lot in my, you know, I have like stalkers, parasocial fans, you know, deranged people online that are going through like a manic episode or something like that. And it reads exactly in the same way. It's just like, it's crazy. It's like, and I think Kieran is either her dog or her horse. Yeah, here, this is
You know what you are.
I would lock my door, but he broke that too. So,
Best advice I can give during my divorce my grandma gave. This too shall pass.
Both phones from me. And so I ran in here to call the cops, and he literally kicked the door in and broke it. Like, this doesn't even have a hinge anymore. And then he also, another day, right when the ST Peach came, he was like trying to smash my phone against my computer, try to pull monster on my computer, and then took the fucking thing. Took like one of the objects in my room. I think it was like one of the chairs or one of the tables, and like hit it against this wall and made this. This was my dog, but this was him. Just like throw stuff. Fucking water bottles.
No one should be putting hands on you in other than a loving manner.
No one did, and I threw it in your direction, but not at you, to the side of you. Didn't hit you. Wasn't trying to hit you. Just.
Yeah. The wild part about it, of course, because it's fucking Twitch and because it's Amouranth, an institution, the chat was fucking insane. What I mean by that is that, like, people were literally partially being like, fuck you, bitch, you deserve it. People were partially being like, you're lying, whatever. You had the freaks. And then you had the other freaks that were like, oh, baby, you look so hot right now. I would treat you so well. I would treat you much better than that guy, which blew my fucking mind. And it's just like, I see stuff like that. I'm like, I can't. This is insane. Like, it just, how? This clip sums up the husband pretty well, in my opinion.
Make sure that, you are disconnected from everybody else. It's, like if you suddenly have time for friends, he'll be like, oh, no time for friends here. We gotta work for the next stream. There you go. Make sure they're disconnected from others as soon as possible, because if they have people to talk to, that means people will realize what the fuck is happening to her. And when they realize,
yeah, this is fucking true as hell,
what the fuck is happening to her, and she's being manipulated and controlled, the jig is up. You see what I mean? It's a classic pimp textbook shit. You know what I mean? Whenever a pimp sees his hoe, outsourcing or, starting to make new connections, he will fucking strike her down. You know what I mean?
So here's the thing, right? The continuation of this domestic abuse and the continuation of this exploitation relies on Amouranth being isolated from everyone. Because if she feels like she has a comfort, if she feels like she can have a support system outside, this is why partners always should maintain a level of independence in relationships, in loving relationships, in trusting, loving, healthy relationships. Partners should always have something beyond codependency. Okay? Because that keeps the relationship healthy. And also on top of that kind of independence will allow you to get a cooler head that is outside of the immediate cycle of abuse to offer feedback. Did you meet her husband? Was he the guy that's always backstage with her when she was out and about? No, I don't think that's the guy. I think that's this guy. Where is it? Hold on. I think that's this guy, the guy I met, who was like the content lead for Amouranth. That's not the husband, I don't think. Does it make sense now why I had to stream on Kay's channel all day Saturday at TwitchCon? Also for the skeptics, here's a picture of Amouranth locked out of her hotel in the 911 call I made while he was yelling at her on Monday morning. No, this is like the cameraman and not the husband, and I think just works for Amouranth. I was super stressed about losing my job after Monday, and that stress is what leads good people to turn a blind eye to shitty situations. I'm glad it's all coming to light, and I'm glad I at least tried to do the right thing. A screenshot of a 5-minute 911 dial isn't proof of anything, lol. Still 100% calling this a PR stunt. I mean, dude, homies are fucking brain broken, you know? Dude, if you can't comprehend Amouranth's side in this, I'm charitable to a certain degree with respect to like people being like, this is so crazy because like she was such a beacon of like independence. You know what I mean? Like to a certain degree, if you're like, she was such a beacon of independence, how the fuck could this happen to someone who many people, even people close to her, thought was like an independent woman who was, so successful and so hardworking on her own. There's that. But anything beyond that, assuming that this is like a cynical PR stunt, or assuming that this is being done for any other purpose, like, that's crazy. Why the fuck would this be the PR stunt? There's so many other things that you could do for PR.